Colorado, Kahnawà, Ratsénhaienhs Ross Montour here with you again. It's been a while since we last reported on my activities. I want to talk a little bit about the last couple of weeks. We had a meeting with Minister Rebecca Alty, a week or so ago, and that was about a land use agreement. So we have 162 acres, which is straddles both Saint Remy and Saint Isidore. And it was offered to us actually longer than 10 years ago. It predates my time on council. It is as something that potentially we could have. It's not part of the scenery footprint, but it's close enough, and it is prime agricultural land. So we did sign the land use agreement as part of the land back campaign for council, and it was quite an important event. It was, I think, quite positive. Beyond that, we also, I think, need to look at, this is the first step, and we'll be going into the ATR process on that particular parcel of land. And what we have pushed for with the federal government, with our partners sitting across the table from us in negotiations for the scenery file, is a faster ATR process. Some ATRs in the past have gone almost like 25, 30 years. In this case, even 10 years would be too much. We'd have to contend whatever the issues were, taxation, so on. So, but anyways, it was a good event, and it's progress in terms of land back. The community right now is very much concerned about food security, food sovereignty, and I think that particular parcel of land will be land that we can greatly use. So that was with the land back situation, which is part of the Seigneur of Sault Ste. Louis file. We also then met with last week with the MRC mayors, which was Dulcet, Candiac, Chateauguay, Saint Isidore, and so on. We met. Actually, it was kind of a nice event in the sense that we gave them a tour of the new cultural center facility, and we held our meeting there. There will be there are challenges to those relationships. Quite frankly speaking, the mayors feel that that land is theirs. It's not ours anymore. But I said, whatever happens there, we're going to have some serious discussions about what it is, because in our view, it's our land. So we will be meeting with them again. And one of the concerns that we have is there have been people around that parcel of land in Saint Remy, Saint Isidore, that have decided that it's a good place to dump garbage and so on. So we're dealing with that. And I have personally asked for a meeting with both mayors from Saint Isidore and Saint Remy in order to address that particular issue. More to follow on that, obviously. I want to move over to my role as the lead for environment. So at long last, the new environment law, Kahnawake environment law, is now in the legislative process. Right now, currently, where it's at is it's in the categorization portion. So the director, Patrick Regaz, has met with the legislative office, and that they have their legal looking at it. It's no longer council that does the categorization of laws. So we're waiting to see where it's going to be a Type 1 law, and a Type 1 law, as you may or may not know, is a law that affects everybody in the community, and therefore it's kind of like the membership law, where it will, in my view, demand the attention of the broadest sense of the community. So a wide section of community members to come out and participate in that. The goal of the environment law is to protect the community. And I'll just say one more thing before I sign off for the day, and that is that this ties in very well with the issue with the Terrapure file. That work is ongoing. The Environment Office is continuing to monitor air quality and also samples of the soil. I know it greatly concerns the community, and rightly so. We have our kids there, and our kids at the old survival school campus, had to deal with the stuff that was coming from that industrial park area. So that's still very, very high on our radar. So with that, I'm going to say, until the next time.